moving into the playoffs, we got the AFC matchup set, the NFC as well. I think I'll just kick it off with AFC, keep it alphabetical here, but in the same sense, I'll go through, the matchups that are lined up, and then you and I, feel free to weigh in on each one. The first one, looking at the 5-4 matchup between the Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars, this can be a good matchup in my perspective. I mean, both teams are coming in hot. For the Chargers, they've won 4 of last 5. They're a decent road team, but, kind of just looking at them, they're very good against the pass, not very good against the run on defense. And then you look at they're a top passing team. So going against the Jacksonville Jaguars are pretty much middle of the road when it comes to defense and offense. The only thing I'm looking at is kind of this dynamic of, Justin Herbert, being able to take this next step and bringing this team, into another level. We both had high hopes for the Chargers going into this year, and you love what you see on paper. It's just kind of like maybe a Ravens type situation where it's like they're just not moving at the pace that I think they should be with, the amount of money they spend, with what they've done with their roster. It's tantalizing when you look at it. But, what's crazy about this is, Jacksonville was dead in the water to kick off this year. I think at one point they were 3-6, and they've won 7 of their last 9, and they're on a 5-game winning streak. And they just look like they, play with a ton of heart. Doug Peterson's done an incredible job of just putting this team back together after Urban Meyer completely destroyed it. And, watching that AFC South championship game between the Titans and Jaguars last week, just to kind of, feel like it was low scoring, and neither team looked like they wanted to take it. And then just at the very end, Rayshon Jenkins comes in with a corner blitz, pops it out. And then in the same sense, Josh Allen took it to the house, and that's the defensive end, not the quarterback for the Bills. But in any case, I guess what I'm getting at is, as much as I love the Chargers, as much as the stats probably would say, this offense is going to pound that defense, that may be the case, but I just have this gut feeling that the Jaguars are going to serve at home. And I just really like the character of this team. And I think a big victory here would say a lot for them going into next year.
Yeah. I have the Jaguars too. I agree with, everything you said. I think the key thing is Doug Peterson, right? When in the NFL and the NFL playoffs, right? That's definitely where the coaching, I definitely feel like, stands out. We heard all this explanations about Staley, like keeping in his starters in this kind of meaningless game, right? This last game, and then it's like, oh, Mike Williams, he was like kind of banged up. I think they're all ready to go, like him and Bosa, but it's like, why would you do things like that? And it definitely feels like Staley is always kind of behind on a lot of decision makings like that, where, Peterson, he's a Super Bowl winning coach, one with Foles and everything. Like, he certainly didn't have, I guess, the best, last season with the Eagles, but still has a lot of capability, and, really showcased that, I think, here with the Jaguars, with his new team here. So, I like the Jags here. I think the Chargers, they've had a decent season, considering like they had a lot of injuries, and I think that's where I don't see them advancing too much in these playoffs. So Jags, hot team, good coach, better coach right now. So I have definitely the Jags here too.